a personality shaped by being an athlete and a background in mainstream sports media, I found that the stories I was most interested in telling were the ones often overlooked, the ones that might not otherwise be told, the ones that show the intangible and not just the highlight reel. The Sports Council is about highlighting the great, the good, the unique, and everything in between in the Pacific Northwest sports world. I'm Jamie Council. Thanks for joining me.
You're listening to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, the Tri-Cities leader in sports.
Welcome to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. It's a nonprofit segment presented by MCCURLEY Chevrolet, driving change in the community through sports coverage. And we're joined by Brian Jackson of Washington State Baseball Coaches Association, the president. We caught up on last week's show, and we went into what All-State Baseball is and a little bit about the leaps and bounds that the association has been making, where you guys are just trying to uplift coaches throughout the state, put everybody on the same playing level and recognize those. So we talked a little bit about it last week, but why do you put so much into the association?
I don't know.
Good answer.
No, I mentioned it, but that day I was standing at the banquet, and when Glenn said Brian Jackson should be the next president, I just said okay. And I've always felt that I get energized and passionate about doing things for other folks, and that's what I want to do. And so I think that it excites me to be here. I get chills out here sometimes, even in the heat, just to think that what we're doing is for others. And then what you mentioned is we're recognizing people. It's not about us. It's not necessarily about baseball, but it's just about recognizing people, whether they're athletes or coaches, umpires, media professionals, and things like that. That's what we want to do. It's a passion, you know. This is my 34th year of teaching. I've been out of coaching baseball for a couple years, and there's a little bit also kind of an emptiness there, you know. Am I not doing enough? Am I not giving back enough? And how can we continue to improve that? And so I think it's just kind of a mission, and it feels good, and it's fun. And, you know, when Jesse and I kind of started working together, it was weird. We just took off, and we found a companionship and a friendship and a kind of symbiotic relationship of what we do, and it's obvious by the All-State Series, and how we're just expanding our recognition of coaches through the Hall of Fame banquet, through scholarships, and through service work within the association.
Absolutely. Of course, you're talking about Jesse Benindetti, yes, the executive director of All-State Baseball that we talked in depth with last week. And you mentioned that you give away scholarships, you have All-State Baseball, you do a Hall of Fame banquet, but what types of other things does the Washington State Baseball Coaches Association put on that helps bring people around the state together in the sport of baseball?
We'll have our 4th annual clinic in 2026, and then we have over 100 coaches now in our 3rd, and so maybe we're hoping to reach out to 125 or 150, and that filters down to their programs and their communities. We're reaching out through our mental health awareness with the Marathon Day for Mental Health, and that's how we're trying to connect schools. We started off with Darren, and he really ran with it, and for 2 years, and now I've got 3 more schools on the west side that are committed, and I hope we're going to reach out to 2 or 3 more on the east side. So maybe in 2 or 3 or 4 years, we might be up to 5 or 6 or 7 schools, and that will help too. We're donating gear around the world, and also we're hoping to find a few coaches that want to reach out on some coaching trips around the world too.
Why baseball for you?
Oh my gosh. I've been playing it forever. There's absolutely nothing better than the game of baseball and the relationships that I've been able to create. And I've been fortunate to create. So for instance, Nick Aloisio, a former player, is part of the association too, and he's the head coach at Franklin Pierce now. It's things like that. You can't buy that. and it just happens. And we're family now, and so that's why it's just meaningful.
So there's always different ways you connect with people in baseball. So many people connect through it, from being a player, being a coach, being a fan, being an umpire. And part of the backing that you guys have is the Mariners. Tell me about that relationship, that you guys are recognized by the Mariners.
Yeah, we're really been working really hard to build that over the last 4 or 5 years. And they support us with the All-State Series and the Hall of Fame banquet, financially and in kind. And we're developing, hopefully it's going to kick off next year, is a Player of the Week and a Coach of the Week, where they'll get recognized at Mariner games, similar to what the Football Association is doing with the Seahawks. They've just been really good at helping us out and trying to see that we can continue to grow, and that relationship from that level can filter down to us.
So All-State Baseball, great baseball going on, honoring seniors from around. What are some of the names? What are the players that have come through these games?
Oh my gosh, that's hard to say. Well, I don't know if I can pick any out in my head right now. That's terrible, Jamie.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you are. But I
think Danny Dickinson just won a national championship at LSU from Kennewick.
Yeah, there's just so many, and so many kids that move on to the collegiate level and then the pro level too that have been through this, and we're just lucky to be able to see that and help support that.
And if people want to support All-State Baseball, what are the different ways and how can they do that?
They can go to allstatebaseball.com. And we are a part of that website. That you'll find the WSBCA, the Coaches Association, link on there. I mean, they can donate right there on the spot. They can donate to scholarships. They can contact Jesse or I. Our phone numbers and our emails are on there. Any sort of way, if they have time, if they want to donate financially or be involved in the work that we're doing, that's the easiest way to do that right there, and we can get them going.
And if there's one thing you want people to know about the association, what is it?
It's just that we're here for the players, and we want to enhance their experience in high school baseball and try to be just another support system for them moving on, whether it's college or whether it's the military or family or work or anything like that. And also just to have another experience. This is their last high school game, and technically, and so if we get to support that and they can enjoy that and come away with a really valuable experience, that's what we want to do.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jamie.
So we're talking about All-State Baseball. We'll catch up with some of the players when we come back. Again, Brian Jackson, the president of Washington State Baseball Coaches Association. This is a nonprofit segment presented by McCURLEY Chevrolet, driving change in our community through sports. You're listening to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports.
Krispy Kreme and DC Comics unite for the Superhero Collection. 3 new donuts inspired by Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, ready to save your summer. Pair them with a refreshing infused chiller only at Krispy Kreme now through July 27th. Planning a summer fundraiser? We make it easy for your church, team, or nonprofit. And check your Krispy Kreme app for new treats and deals. And don't forget, military and first responders always get 10% off. Visit us at 2805 Dupertail in Richland. Krispy Kreme, come in with a sweet tooth, leave with a smile.
Is your water softener doing its job? At Soft Water Specialists, we understand the importance of clean, efficient water treatment systems. That's why we offer our annual maintenance program to keep your system running smoothly year-round. Our certified technicians perform a comprehensive checkup and calibration to ensure optimal performance and longevity, finding potential problems before they arise. With Soft Water Specialists, you can say goodbye to water problems and hello to hassle-free maintenance. Visit softwaterspecialist.com or call us today to schedule your service. Soft Water Specialists, because we want to make sure your water is working for you.
The fireworks don't stop on the 4th. McCURLEY Chevrolet's Red, White, and Vroom sales event is lighting up July with explosive savings. New and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move with low lease payments, low APRs, and unbelievable trade-in offers. At McCURLEY Chevrolet, we don't play games or hike prices. Just fair, transparent, pressure-free buying. Don't wait. Lock in your savings and keep the Red, White, and Vroom spirit alive all July long. McCURLEY Chevrolet, your way home.
If you've got a winery, brewery, or dairy, why buy industrial parts and supplies from across the country? Central Industrial Sales is your local source for supplies and equipment for the dairy, food processing, winery, and brewing industries. We specialize in custom fabrication, industrial cleaning equipment, sanitary fittings, valves, pumps, chemicals, and many other supplies. Everything's available through our website, by phone, or by dropping by our office. Call 509-375-4032 or find us at centralindustrialsales.com.
You're listening to Jamie Council on the Sports Council.
Welcome back to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. Well, this is our nonprofit segment sponsored by McCURLEY Chevrolet, driving change in the sports community. We're joined by Kamiakin Braves. We have Trent Woodhouse, Tommy Lamb here in Yakima for All-State Baseball. It seems like I was just talking to you guys, and this is your final time in a Braves uniform. How does that feel?
It's bittersweet for sure. I mean, there's a lot of good memories in these uniforms, but I feel like we're definitely prepared and set up for the next level, and we're going to keep representing the Braves, and we'll be following along all the way.
We love to put the red and gold on and go out and represent, our high school and where we're from, and show people what we're about and what we do at our program. So it is a little bittersweet though to put on the pinstripes for the last time, but it feels good.
And you're headed to Spokane Falls Community College next year. Right now, Tommy is your teammate, but you've met a lot of teammates next year when you take a look at the 4 rosters of All-State Baseball. There's a lot of Spokane Falls Community College, so what's that been like for you, Trent?
It's been pretty cool to, already meet some of the guys that I'll be playing with in the future and make some of those connections and just getting to know them a little bit better and playing some ball with them before getting up to college is pretty cool. So just that whole aspect of it was pretty cool.
And Tommy, you're headed to Whitworth University. What has been your favorite part of All-State Baseball this weekend?
I think it's exactly that. I mean, there wasn't any other Bucks in here, but just getting to know all these other guys and seeing where they're going, sharing the dugout with them has been a really fun experience. And like you said, there are a lot of Falls guys, so I'm messing with them, nudging them upside. I'm going to be up there with you, and we'll be scrimmaging, and we'll see each other. So it's just cool to learn these other guys, where they're going, and all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. And Trent, what's been your favorite part about All-State Baseball?
Playing with dudes that I've never met before, and schools that I've really never even heard of because it's from all divisions, from 4A to 1B. So it was pretty cool to see all the different kinds of talents and different kind of guys we got out here.
And you guys play 4A, and in some sports like football, you see just a huge difference, but the game of baseball is a little different. Does it change something in your mind being able to step onto the field with some B players thinking 4A where you guys are all on the same playing level? Or what's your view on a B versus 4A when it comes to the game of baseball?
Yeah, I think you made a good point. I really think in baseball it's all level. I mean, we had a Chihuahua kid win our MVP, and I mean, it's really fun to watch these smaller schooled guys. I feel like they all kind of have a chip on their shoulder. They're kind of trying to say, hey, like, we're here, we're ballers, and they are ballers. So it was fun to play with those guys for sure.
Speaking of 2B, Tri-Cities Prep thinks that they can hang in the MCC. Do you guys agree?
Go ahead, you got that one.
I don't think so.
I don't know. They got some good baseball players.
Yeah, they got a good program and some good baseball players, but it's a jump.
Yeah. I think putting together full school versus some individual players that can go on that level.
Sure.
I just have to put you guys in the hot seat. It's my final time to do it. And All-State Baseball is put on by Washington State Baseball Coaches Association. That they come together to make sure that they're providing the best service to the players across the state. So coaches coming together. How have you guys benefited from coaches leading up to this point?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, our coaches this year and all 4 years have been absolutely great. I mean, I couldn't ask anything more of my coaches, and not even just with baseball. Like we talk about fishing and all the good stuff. They're like my friends now, especially that we're graduated. So even if they want to get rid of me, they can. I mean, I'm still going to be texting them and bothering them, but yeah, they've been absolutely great, and I think they've really prepared us well for not just the next level of baseball, but like the next level, next step of life as well, for sure.
Yeah, I think we get really close with our high school coaches because we spend so much time together and work on so much stuff together. But it is kind of cool to come out here and meet new coaches and get new perspectives and new advice and just a fresh face to listen to what they got to say about the game and what they know, because they obviously know a lot and they've been around it. So just new perspective is good.
So graduating from Kamiakin High School, each of you headed to the Spokane area, and then playing in the MCC. What do you want the people that aren't graduated to know? What piece of knowledge can you leave behind for those still yet to come up through the program?
Yeah, absolutely. Our senior class, we've kind of preached that it really does go by fast. And we've pointed out that, yeah, it's cliche, but it's really true. It goes by really fast. You have to just enjoy every moment, every up, every down. And I think, honestly, that's the most important thing I could ever say to any younger guys. It does fly by, so just enjoy every practice, every good day, every bad day. You just got to enjoy all of it, for sure.
I would just say go out there and work your butts off, because the MCC is a good place. It's got good opportunities and a lot of good talent. So, I mean, if you go work your butt off and you play good, there's good stuff out there for you.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, Trent Woodhouse, Tommy Lamb, all-league player and MCC MVP of Tommy Lamb. And this is All-State Baseball, which is presented by the Washington State Baseball Coaches Association. And this is our nonprofit segment sponsored by McCURLEY Chevrolet, driving change in the sports community. We'll be back on the Sports Council here on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports.
If you've got a winery, brewery, or dairy, why buy industrial parts and supplies from across the country? Central Industrial Sales is your local source for supplies and equipment for the dairy, food processing, winery, and brewing industries. We specialize in custom fabrication, industrial cleaning equipment, sanitary fittings, valves, pumps, chemicals, and many other supplies. Everything's available through our website, by phone, or by dropping by our office. Call 509-375-4032 or find us at centralindustrialsales.com.
Krispy Kreme and DC Comics unite for the Superhero Collection. 3 new donuts inspired by Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, ready to save your summer. Pair them with a refreshing infused chiller only at Krispy Kreme now through July 27th. Planning a summer fundraiser? We make it easy for your church, team, or nonprofit. And check your Krispy Kreme app for new treats and deals. And don't forget, military and first responders always get 10% off. Visit us at 2805 Dupertail in Richland. Krispy Kreme, come in with a sweet tooth, leave with a smile.
The fireworks don't stop on the 4th. McCURLEY Chevrolet's Red, White, and Vroom sales event is lighting up July with explosive savings. New and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move with low lease payments, low APRs, and unbelievable trade-in offers. At McCURLEY Chevrolet, we don't play games or hike prices. Just fair, transparent, pressure-free buying. Don't wait. Lock in your savings and keep the Red, White, and Vroom spirit alive all July long. McCURLEY Chevrolet, your way home.
Living in a rental shouldn't mean settling for poor-tasting tap water. With Soft Water Specialists, you can have pure, clean drinking water in your home easily and affordably. Our countertop filtration system removes impurities, improves taste, and fits perfectly in any rental space. Plus, it can produce hot or cold water. No big installations, no hassle, just fresh, crisp water. Stay healthy, stay hydrated, and love your water again. Soft Water Specialists. See why we have a 5-star rating on more than 600 Google reviews. Visit softwaterspecialist.com and love your water where you live.
Listening to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, the Tri-Cities leader in sports.
Welcome back to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. Continuing our nonprofit segment presented by McCURLEY Chevrolet, driving change in the sports community. And we're joined by Othello baseball players. We have Jordan Montemayor and Sonny Salazar of Othello at All-State Baseball. How's the weekend going for you guys?
So far, so good. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, it's a great experience. It's cool being around all the guys from other places.
And this is the final time you're wearing an Othello jersey. Has that sunk in for you guys yet?
Probably won't for a while, but I always like to put it on and represent.
It'll probably sink in next year when Othello's out trying out and we're over here in college. it's been a fun time though. Super fun time at Othello.
Absolutely, and both of you guys are staying in the general area in Spokane and then Columbia Basin College, so staying in the Tri-Cities area. What do you guys want to do at the next level?
Hopefully go on to another level beyond that and get some education along the way, maybe.
What do you want to major in?
Exercise science.
Exercise science, and what about you, Jordan?
I want to play baseball for as long as I can, and I want to major in biology. I want to be an orthodontist one day.
Okay,
yeah.
So you're smart.
I guess so.
And tell me, you guys finished 3rd this year in the WIAA. What has been the best memory from high school for you guys?
It was definitely the summer 23. It wasn't so much playing baseball with my friends, but everything outside of it, the time we spent together. We built a lot of memories and we can talk about it for a while.
I would say the time we spend outside of baseball, it's like a family in Othello. Everyone's super close. We all hang out outside of baseball, so that's probably my favorite memory.
So a lot of the parts of sports, it's what you learn through them, as well as, like you said, the memories off of the diamond. And All-State Baseball is put on by the Washington State Baseball Coaches Association. What have your coaches meant to you or done for you over your time of now graduating or have graduated from Othello?
They've definitely been good mentors to me, whether it's baseball or life. They really showed me the ropes. You know, I was pretty good, but they really looked past that, and not so much like how I do as a player, but they wanted us to be good people on and off the field and really just be stand-up guys, regardless of what we do after baseball.
Yeah, the coaches in Othello have definitely played a big role in my life. Their main goal is to make you a good person, not a good baseball player, and they've been there every step of the way. No matter what you ask them, they're there for you. It's been super cool.
And I asked the Kamiakin guys this same question. I'm going to ask you guys, for those that come after you, you guys, you know, you made it to All-State Baseball, something that very few people can say. You're playing at the next level, something that even fewer people can say from the state of Washington. What piece of nugget do you want to leave behind for those that come after you?
Just really enjoy the process. You know, you only get to play high school baseball once in your life, so I say make memories and enjoy your time. I know practices sometimes get hard and everything, but you're going to miss it, and just really be grounded where you are.
I'd say do the little things right. Those are the things that make the big things enjoyable and fun and produces outcomes when you do the little things right.
Well, thank you so much for your guys' time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, we have Jordan Montemayor, Sonny Salazar playing at Whitman next year and playing in the Tri-Cities at Columbia Basin College, part of the Othello team that placed 3rd in state. Again, this is a nonprofit segment presented by McCurley Chevrolet, driving change in the sports community. Well, that wraps up this week's show of the Sports Council. Thank you for joining me on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. A reminder, the Sports Council happens 4 times a month, 11:30 a.m. on Thursdays. You can listen to this show not just over the airwaves at 11:30 on Thursdays, but also on demand at 1340ESPNradio.com via podcast. Wherever you get your podcasts, just search for the Sports Council, and it's also available via YouTube. So lots of ways to listen to the Sports Council and support our local sports community. Until next time, I'm Jamie Council. Now we go back to your originally scheduled Seattle sports programming.